Hi there, and today we're taking a look at another feature of AKCPro Server. This is a new feature for setting up customized dashboards and control panels. We have new buttons and switches and dials and gauges that can be used here. So I've set up a control panel here that's simulating a generator. We can got start and stop buttons. So at the moment the generator is off. You can see by our indicator light. We've got a total number of runtime hours, and we also have the ATS transfer switch status. So if we were to switch the ATS to on, you'll see it will perform an action. We get a message here saying the button action is in process and that it was successful. And then we can start up the generator by hitting the start button. Again, it will perform an action, so this could be a Modbus set command, it could be a relay. Any of the actions that we have available in AKCPro Server can be tied to any of these buttons. Now our indicator light is on because our generator is up and running. And again, if we were to hit the stop button, it will perform the generator shutdown or stop action. And our status will go to off. Finally, we can switch the ATS into auto mode if we wish by switching the toggle button there. Over here then we have our graphs and all of our usual AKCPro Server stuff. And we can also drag into here, as with any desktop, any of our sensors to get gauges like so. And we can switch the gauges. You can maximize and minimize quickly here with buttons that we have to maximize and minimize those windows within your desktop. And of course you can also switch the gauge type as well to a different type of gauge if you like, and so on. Now let's take a look at how we actually configure this. So first of all, we need a blank workspace, which we can set up here. And then we need to add in a button. So we'll go with a toggle switch, for example. We select that from the various buttons we have available. And here it is. Now you can drag this around the desktop. You can resize it as you wish. And you can add multiple buttons if you wish and resize them. So you can begin to build up your own customized dashboard. We can also add in then indicator lights. So let's say I want a light that's tied to this particular toggle switch. Again, I can resize it and we can put it underneath. And another indicator light here. And we can place that there. So now we've got an indicator light tied to each one of these toggle switches. Now we need to set the switch to actually perform an action when the switch is in a specific position. So we'll remove these for now. We only need one of them. And if we click on the button, it's going to bring up the button configuration. At the moment, the on and the off status are both disabled. We need to tie these statuses to a specific action. So we can set up actions from our menu, and we go to the actions menu, and here I already have a bunch of pre-configured actions. These are dry contact outputs, but they could be relays, SNMP set commands, Modbus set commands. It all depends on what it is that you want to do. Then it's just a simple matter of choosing the action tied to that button status. So in our case, if we are in the off, then we want the generator to be off, and if we're on, we want generator to be on. And we can also edit the button names. So we'll change these to say gen on and gen off. So there we go. Now it's just a matter of switching the toggle switch, and it will perform the action that we've tied to that particular status. So quite straightforward. Finally, we want to have this status indicator light. So we're going to choose from our generator on-off relay and drag it onto the button. Now again, we can customize the button by clicking on the label, and we'll change this to generator status. It's a little long, so I'll just change it to gen status. And now if we switch the generator on, when the action is successful, we should find our generator status light will turn on. So this could be a pump, it could be a generator, it can be relays, it can be anything you like. And you can build up these custom dashboards with these various buttons and switches. We have a bunch of different ones to choose from. So we can choose this red button here. We may want to perform a specific action. We may have another colored button. We have square buttons. So you can also then begin to build up an actual virtual control panel that maybe mimics the actual control panel that you have on your wall. So again, it's just a matter of choosing the status. So we'll have ATS off, ATS on. And when we push the button, you'll see it lights up. So these are backlit buttons. Same with this one. So you've got a bunch of different buttons, customizable to perform different types of actions. You can see that button is now on and the button is now off. And that's it. That's how you set up these custom desktops here in AKCPro Server using our new buttons and indicator lights. I hope you found that useful, and I'll see you again next time.